Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Shop Smart Autos TV. I'm Jill Nicolini here with your host, Richie Bello. ShopSmartAutos.com will become your one source for buying and servicing new and pre-owned vehicles. Now, Richie has shaped the way that social media really impacts car buyers over 3 decades. Wave hello, Richie. His mantra has always been to give you, the driver, what you want and need from your driving experience. So Richie wants to continue today on pre-owned vehicles. And of course, we will review once again with Brandon Hardison of Champion Strategies, the whys and the when it's the right time to purchase a pre-owned car. And today, Richie will take it a little bit further and speak on what we need to know before you buy a certified pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van. Today's show is sponsored by ShopSmartAutos.com, where car buyers go to find the car they specify from all the leading automotive sites and dealer networks. And ShopSmartAutos.com compares the model, make, and all the options in the car that you are looking for up to 20 miles of your home. Our dealer spotlight today is 112 Auto Sales in Patchogue. So welcome again, Richie. Of course, thank you for having me today.
No, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you want to continue a little more this morning on certified pre-owned. I know last week we did speak about the high cost of vehicles today and how they have many drivers looking toward pre-owned.
I mean, there's certified and then there's used cars. The certified has much more value.
There are specific checkpoints that you look for when it is certified compared to a used.
Yeah, well, for example, if you're getting a certified car, you know it's been through the service department with 140-point checks. It's been through, it's done right. A used car, basically, it's a used car, you know. It's still a good car, don't get me wrong, but it's a used car.
But you're kind of taking a gamble because you don't have all the certification and the points.
All the certification, right. The certification is key. And they are used car dealerships that have their own certified program because the certified program is so great.
Now, walking out of a dealership with a brand new car, right? How quickly do you lose value in that car? What's the depreciation ratio usually?
Oh, my God. You buy a new car and you just drive it off the lot and you're looking at $4,500 to $5,000.
Wow. So I'm assuming if you purchase pre-owned, better depreciation there? I mean,
yeah, the resale value is much better. Yeah, correct.
Okay, awesome. And let's also discuss a little bit about the warranties that come with pre-owned vehicles and how they
you can get the same warranty of the balance, but you also have what they call an extended wrap or something like that.
Okay.
And that covers you up to 100,000 miles.
Whoa.
You know, and I heard that they were talking about some maintenance program for pre-owns, for certified pre-owned. It's not available yet, but they're working on something where your maintenance, you're covered.
Okay, and how much does a warranty go for? Just ballpark?
Ballpark, it should go. I mean, a really good certified warranty, anywhere from $750 to $1,500, depending on the make and model.
And you're saying up to 100,000 miles?
Yeah, you cover up to 100,000 miles.
Wow. And then nowadays, I would assume that cars are being made much better, stronger. So
yes, because the cars today have a lot of technology in it, and it's not like they just have any of these parts in. They have a lot of sensors. I mean, when you open up a hood of a car, you're talking about maybe 800 sensors. They got sensors today for everything.
Wow, yeah, I'm not familiar.
They even have a sensor for a guy like me.
I don't know what I'm looking at when I open anything up in the car, but that's why you're my expert, and you're everybody's expert now here who's watching the show, right? We can contact you directly.
And the beautiful thing is, when you open a hood of a car, you got 3,000 parts in any car. Now imagine you're covered in the warranty with this. You're covered warranty and labor. Oh my God, that's such a great deal.
with us today is Brandon Hardison of Jim Ellis Automotive Group and president of Champion Strategies. Brandon has been called upon by manufacturers to help create tools that relate to the driver. Now, last week, Richie and Brandon shared general information on certified pre-owned. This week, they will refresh us and then go a little bit deeper into what to look for in your certified pre-owned vehicle. So welcome again to the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Brandon.
Hey, Jill. Glad to be back. Thank you.
Brandon, thanks a lot for joining us again. How are you today? How was your weekend?
Great, Rich. I don't know if you heard way up there in the Northeast, but we had snow here in Atlanta over the weekend. So
Wow.
That's a rare occasion because it ties up the city because nobody can drive in snow around here.
Great.
All right, so let's get back to the selling used. The ratio we have, selling used to new is 4-to-1. Is that correct?
Correct. 4-to-1, and like I told Richie, in some areas it's 5-to-1.
Wow.
But that trend will go on for a while. A couple things that Richie and I talked on is that service is doing the best that they can to give the experience to the customer. So the relationship there is going well. The finance or business departments are extending people who are picking up certified pre-owned. They're going deep to buy them because after that certified pre-owned experience is over with, they usually come back to the dealer and get their next vehicle. So it's a win-win on both sides.
I'm glad you brought that up, Brandon. You know, Brandon, so consumers that are buying pre-owned cars, they're going online and searching the vehicle, as we all know that happens, okay? So I think one of the process for the pre-owned cars is make sure you got a Carfax and make sure you got all this. But these dealers out here, you know, like one of the things that I've noticed, they're selling these cars. We're in a price-sensitive market at such an unbelievable price, and then they start with the fees and all that. So I want to inform the consumer, beware of the dealership that gives you the fees, and when you pick the vehicle of your choice, make sure that everything is disclosed to you. Also, let the consumers know. It's very important when you can go through your own financing or through a credit union, all right? And the other day, I heard in a showroom that they actually told a consumer that they gave them such a great deal that they have to buy the warranty. That's illegal, Mr. Dealer, okay? There's no such thing as that.
Correct.
That we didn't make enough on the car and you got to get the warranty, that's illegal. And I know the dealer that did it, and I got it all down. I mean, so just be careful because anybody can be in the showroom listening to you. So, Mr. Consumer, no, you don't have to get a warranty, okay? And that's a fact. And if you need any help selecting a vehicle, knowing what dealership to go to that is really honest and it's a good dealership, email me, Richie at shopsmartautos.com. Brendan, I want to touch something on pre-owns. Do you get a CPO? Does it get approved much easier than a regular car?
Yes, it does. You hit it on the head, but manufacturers, OEMs across the board have told their business offices, their finance managers, that we want to create a customer for life, a good experience. So on a certified pre-owned, they will go deeper than they will on a new vehicle to get that customer bought, to keep them in the family. So you're correct with that. And just to piggyback what you said, yes, we do have some people out there who are looking in their mind for a least expensive way to own a vehicle, but you hit it on the head. Please check the references of these people. Please make sure that they're looking at the vehicle history report. And the biggest thing to me, and you already know it, take it to your mechanic. If they won't allow you to take that used vehicle off their lot and take it to your own mechanic, I'd walk away from that person.
Agree. You know, and that's one of the biggest things. I also tell the consumers, make sure you look at the recalls. So let's say I pick up a Honda Accord EX with leather. I'm going to go to online and check the recalls. There's a way to check that out, and you go to Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds, and you look at the whole review of the vehicle, not of the dealership, right? And you know the specifications, you know where the recall was. Mr. Consumer, be aware Awareness is key. If you're aware with today's information, you could be aware of basically anything. When you make yourself aware, now you know what to expect. If you still make the decision and move forward, you know it's not a surprise. You know, years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they used to say you buy a used car now, and it was a surprise, right? It could be good or bad. Today, you have the data out there. There's something called big data. So today, you have the data out there knowing what the vehicle history is. Not only whether it got into an accident, what the recalls are, what the reviews of that model is, and when they're going to change the model. You can walk into a salesperson and says, oh, they're not going to change this model for 3 years. Remember something, he wants to sell a car, right? Yep. But now you have that information, so be more alert, and awareness is key. Do you agree with that, Brandon?
Totally agree on that, Rich. You're telling the consumer the right thing there. And just to add on to a couple of things about the certified pre-owned, you're going to get a higher trim level on a certified pre-owned than a new vehicle. For example, to let the customers know, if you're looking at a base vehicle and you want to purchase that new, well, by getting a certified pre-owned from that manufacturer, automatically you're going to qualify for a higher trim level. In other words, it may have some extra technology or getting into some technology or the cloth when you get a certified pre-owned. And keep in mind, a certified pre-owned can be leased also.
So a manufacturer CPO compared to independent dealer CPO.
Correct.
Is there a certain way to go?
Yes. The thing about the independents, Jill, the biggest thing, and I touched on it last week, when we talk about peace of mind when it comes to that trip interruption, if I buy an independence certified pre-owned, and let's say I'm driving from Long Island and I find myself up in Boston area, Braintree, a suburb, and something goes wrong with it, you have to take it back to that dealer that you purchased it from. Whereas if you got a manufacturer certified pre-owned, any manufacturer that's in that market area will take care of your certified vehicle, give you a loaner, put you up in a hotel, feed yourself and your party. That independent is really stuck with that. Now, there's a few that are getting into the game, but once again, nationwide distribution, and for some of the OEMs, they still can't do Canada or they can't do Mexico, whereas the OEMs will take care of North America for you on a certified.
Okay. Also, just want to quickly touch upon the resale value of a certified pre-owned. Is it true that it is better or worse than buying a new car?
We touched on a little bit last week when we talked about a new car depreciating. Certified pre-owned, pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you're going to get a better resale. And here's the beauty of it, Jill. Many of them are transferable. What do we mean by that? You want to get out of that certified pre-owned, the warranty stays with the vehicle, giving you selling power if you want to take that to a dealer and get out of it. Now, a couple of manufacturers do have a deductible for all the goodies that they offer, so just go online and look at your OEM, your manufacturer, and see what they do offer with a certified pre-owned.
Okay.
And you know, Brandon, what I really like about what you just said is the value of buying a used car is great, but the value of buying a CPO is much greater. There's two things. You buy a used car, okay? But now you buy a CPO car, certified pre-owned. You know that car has been through all kinds of inspection through the certified program from the factory, A. B, you're going to get a better finance deal, okay? C, you're going to get more money out of the bank for the car. In return, Mr. Customer, you can give less money down payment. Instead of coming up with $3,000 or $4,000, you can get into a certified pre-owned for about $1,200 to $1,500. That basically covers your taxes. That's key, because there's used cars and then there's CPO. The CPO, let me identify the values of a CPO. A tremendous warranty. You know, A, that car has been through great process inspection through the whole dealership. B, C, you're going to get it financed much easier, and you're going to get more money financed because the car is a collateral. So now they're going to lend you based on the values of the car. Now you're really going to get the full value of it. And in return, you can give less money down and certify it's either current year or a year plus. And now you're going to get the extended term. So now you're going to be payment-wise so much better. Is that right, Brandon?
You hit it on the head, Rich. Not to go over it too much, but what I tell the people to look at when they're with one of our sales consultants, you do get the remaining balance of that new warranty, and then we'll stack on the certified pre-owned extended warranty on top of that. So you just took it out to what you had just considered dollar for dollar more value than you're going to get on a new car or a regular used car. Great explanation, Rich. Great.
It was, that's really the value I see anyway. Me as a consumer and as an automotive professional where I know a little bit ins and outs of this business, I see tremendous value on CPO versus used cars. There's a big difference.
Sure. There is a big difference, and here's one way of looking at it to all your consumers that are watching and listening to you. You mentioned the process or the point inspection. Each manufacturer does it a little bit different. But if we were to use your knowledge, Richie, of just an independent lot or a used car lot, when they take it to the back to have their technician look at it, if they look at it and put it on the front line, how many things do you think they'll check for? 50, 40, 29?
Maybe less. Not much. Maybe less. There's no
certified.
Right. There's no checkpoint.
There you go. Now, on each and every manufacturer's certified pre-owned, starting at what I know, 129 points to some manufacturers going over 300 points. Now, how much time, because we know technicians are rated by time, how much extra time to go from where you said no points to 300 points? Is that technician doing a thorough job inspecting that vehicle?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and there's a price affixed to his or her time for doing that.
Right.
Okay.
So you're right. There's value.
And the beautiful thing about that is that you get an inspection, right? So the beautiful thing about that is there's a tremendous inspection from the factory. Now, Brandon, just let me share something with you. It was great having you. I got to go on a break.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring back the whole thing in a few seconds.
Yeah, thanks
Brandon,
so much,
thank
Brandon.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care.
This week, we are featuring 112 Auto Sales right in Patchogue, Long Island, at the same location for the past 20 years. The success of 112 Auto Sales comes from their philosophy of being a true pricing dealership. Now, there's not only a huge inventory of pre-owned vehicles, but every vehicle is priced to drive out with real bragging rights, and there's never any hidden fees or prep charges. And after you are smiling over the price you will drive away with, 112 Auto Sales guarantees financing and down payments starting at $495. All right, we want to welcome back Nick Egan, Sales and Finance Manager. Of course, we know him as Nicky Banks. Great to see you here, really. We really want to chat about your amazing finance programs. But first, I know Richie has a very important welcome for you.
You know, the beautiful thing about that store, by the way, I've been in that store a couple of times. And before I bring in any dealership into this place, into the spotlight, okay, I got to make sure that it's the right store. Let me tell you, I'm so impressed because their reputation as a pre-owned dealership is number one. And I can see why, because the owner was there. He's a great guy. Nick Egan's always on top of his stuff. He's always on follow-up, reaching out to the customer, helping the customer out. We're in today's market in about the service business, servicing our customers, not just selling. And Nick's he's got that down packed. The other thing is, could you imagine Challenge Credit, people that are having a rough time, they are out in the community helping them. They're giving you a car with their own finance. It's the only dealership in Long Island, okay, that is able to offer that. Wow, I'm so impressed about that. Nick, tell me a little bit about how did you guys do that? And I've got to say, my hat goes off to you. What a great job you're doing in that dealership and how you're so good with customers. Explain to me, where'd you get all this?
Sure. Thank you for having me, Rich. Hello, Joe. The owner has been in business for 30 years, and his philosophy matches mine, and that's why I'm such a good fit here. They say that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. We're all about customer satisfaction, and we do have a licensed finance company. Again, a licensed finance company on premises for immediate approvals. So the maximum loan term is 3 years. We help you rebuild while you're driving that car. Nobody is turned down. Every dealership's goal is 100% customer approval. That's their goal. That's our achievement. And there's no, like Jill said, there's never any hidden fees. You know what the price is, you see is the price that you get at 112 Auto Sales.
Got it. You two are both diehard believers, of course, in giving the consumers what they want, and that's pretty amazing what good your dealership does do. So I also want to touch upon the type of inventory you have there on your lot. Now, I've actually been there before, so I could say it's pretty enormous compared to plenty of other places that I've seen.
Yeah, we select quality vehicles. We don't buy salvage cars, no flood cars, like most dealers do. We do believe in price point for consumers with challenged credit. And a lot of consumers, they walk into these other dealerships and, and their score is not that great and they get treated like garbage. We treat everybody the same, whether you're an 800 score or a 400 score. And our customer retention is amazing. I've been doing this almost 30 years. I have never been happier in a dealership than here with our customer retention, repeat business, referral business. It's an amazing place, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
And I'm glad that Nick brought that up. I was talking to Nick maybe about a year and a half or 2 years ago. So we were talking back and forth, and Nick told me, we price it right so our customers keep coming back. But you know what, Richie? More important than that, our customers, their friends, and their families are the ones we want back. And that's why the pricing, when you walk into that dealership, I said, I know inventory a little bit. So I look at the inventory. The inventory is great. I know the sales process a little bit. And I see what Nick does, and I told him, Nick, why is your pricing kind of a little lower than any other dealership? He says, I tell you why. So he explained to me, he put that process in because he wants to sell to you, to your family, to your friends, and to your coworkers. So he has an unbelievable program and tremendous retention. I tell you something right now. If I am in the market for a car, I'm referring. As a matter of fact, I refer my son to him because I know he's going to treat him like right. And that's what they do there, right? I also refer to one of our friends over there, Rob, that got a brand new used Jeep, which was great. And you know what? They treat people right, because I meet a lot of these dealers. They say how good they are and how they treat. Then I send somebody else and they treat them horribly. Okay, and those dealers, I'm not interested. I'm interested in people like Nick Egan that has a great reputation, and has a great way. What his thought is, I got to find out from the salesman, what is your thought? Why do you give your price that good? And he didn't tell me, well, it's to sell more cars. No, he told me, I sell them at that price because I want all their family members. That's important.
Yeah.
That's key. That's when you go to a place to buy a car, Mr. Consumer, that's key. Now you become like, wow, really? That somebody's looking out for us.
That's probably why they have such great reviews on Google, right?
Yeah, we do. I'm actually very, very proud of that. And, where else can you walk into a used car dealership and have the owner there? He works just as many hours as I do, and he's hands-on. He will walk out in the rain, in the snow, and he will help customers. And we do a budget analysis for our in-house financing program. We do not want customers to fail. We don't want to set them up to fail. We want to make sure their payments are within budget, and we managed to make that work. And therefore, the repossession rate's a lot lower than the national average, and it just seems to work out very well.
It's really amazing, that store, what I saw. I sat there for a couple of days and I looked, and and I see how they do everything. They believe 190% in the customer first, then in themselves, and then in the dealership. Always about the customer.
Now, I know you always mention how important reviews are, right? So if they have, I think I'm looking now, it's like a 4.5 on Google. That's pretty impressive, right?
Yes, that is very impressive.
I mean, because people tell the truth. They say how they feel, and you're always quick to resolve if there's any issue, which is so important that you do follow up with people who write on Google.
Well,
yes, we don't only
I'm very big with reviews.
A little bit.
They do review. Wait, hold on. They do review, not manipulation. They do actually good reviews. There's a lot of places where you see their good reviews. He gets a bad review, he fixes them. Anybody can get a bad review. Now, Nick, go ahead.
So we do not use any kind of manipulation reviews. They are all 100% legit, actual customer reviews. We take the time out. The owner himself takes the time out of his day to thank every customer for their review, good or bad. And anybody that you see with a perfect review pattern, obviously there's something wrong going on there. If you do have an unsatisfied customer, we try our best to make sure we do something to keep them happy.
Right.
Great, Nick, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, of course, for spending time with us this morning. Don't forget to visit shopsmartautos.com, where car shoppers find all the inventory from the leading automotive sites and dealer networks all in one place. It's shopsmartautos.com that sweeps up their inventory to help you find the make, model, and options you want and need just minutes from where you log on. And, of course, we'll see you right here on Cable One. When, Richie? Next Sunday morning. Bye-bye.
Welcome to GVP Digital Media, a digital production company which specializes in all your digital content needs. For over 25 years, our team has created thousands of hours of TV, film programming, direct response commercials, corporate marketing, training videos, and digital media projects for clients all over the US and around the world. GVP Digital Media literally services every aspect of video production, either in studio or on location. Let the production team at GVP meet with you, evaluate your video marketing needs, and journey with you on creating a marketing plan that will set you and your brand apart from the crowd.